All right, so this is probably the most requested video. People have asked me, hey man, is there any way that you can give your analysis on this 49-minute video of Kojima that he did at Tokyo Game Show, TGS? And I'm like, as much as I didn't want to do this video, I carefully re-examined the video. There are no spoilers because the way Kojima set up this 49 minutes is he cut out, he re-edited all of the stuff that would be a spoiler. So he was very careful as to how he presented this 49-minute gameplay. So I'm going to talk about, as we go through this video, I'm going to talk about my theories on what this game might be. I want you to understand a couple of things. As we go through this video, I'm just giving my theories. I am not saying anything that's like 100% accurate, okay? I'm just guessing here, so I don't want you guys thinking that I'm spoiling something. There's no spoilers. I don't know what the bridges are. It has to do something with the United States of America. But what the bridges stands for and what they are bridging and what this organization is for, I have no idea. Just like I have no idea what happened and what this is and why do we have this bridges organization and what they stands for and what connections did the main character had with the president, the lady president, and then was that her son? Was he a Secret Service? And was his wife maybe working for the White House? So we don't know. There's a lot of stuff here that obviously I do not know. And I purposely muted the audio, but here you can see that there's a narration from Hideo Kojima in English here, and he's giving some explanations here as we go through it. So you have a base, obviously. Your main thing is you have a base called the bridges, and from that base, that's your safe haven. That's where you go in, and from there you receive the missions, and you take those missions, and you embark onto those missions in this open world. Now, as you go through this open world, obviously you're going to embark into so many different things, strange stuff, enemies. Obviously, I don't know what those enemies are because I don't want to spoil the game for myself either. I want to learn about what they are, what these entities are, okay, and what's the whole thing with the babies. Why do we have these babies and what's going on? So as you can see, everything's in Japanese because this was in Tokyo Game Show. You can also see how big the map is, how gigantic the map is, and this is just one little portion of the map, but I think it gives you some idea as to how big it is. What I like about Death Stranding is that Hideo Kojima is really keeping the same principles as he did on Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. So if you're familiar with the Phantom Pain user interface, I think you're going to be right at home here with Death Stranding, because Death Stranding and Metal Gear Phantom Pain, and trust me, this will feel like a Metal Gear. It's just that you're playing a different character, but it's going to feel like a Metal Gear because, again, it's created by Hideo Kojima team and Hideo Kojima himself, and it's written by Hideo Kojima himself. So, as you can tell, that you have a variety of different options and upgrades. Which is cool, and this is going to bring longevity to this game. Not only are you going to have main missions to go through, but I believe you can also do the side missions. You can do explorations. You can do other things, which is going to give this game even longer longevity. All right. And this is something that I was talking about, the Death Stranding. Why I'm not like so, why I'm not shocked that there's no multiplayer. I really, for this game really doesn't need a multiplayer because it had so much for you to do just on this open world, and the story, it is huge. It is so big that it's going to take you probably more than one walkthrough, or maybe 3 or 4 walkthroughs to truly figure out what's really going on, to kind of put all the stuff together on top of the side missions. So there's your base. You're in the base right here, and this is your like a safe haven. It's kind of like a Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, where you have your shell bases. You go to your oil shell base, and you go there, and that's where you customize your character. That's where you embark onto the missions. So it's kind of the same thing here, but look at the gigantic size of the map here. Look just how huge the map is, and the map is 3D. That's another cool thing about the map. The map is 3D. You can bring it down. You can go left and right. Just he didn't show it here, but you can do that. I saw it, that you can go down, left, and right. You can kind of circulate. Now, Hideo Kojima is right behind me. He's talking about it. Maybe I can put myself over here so you can see him. There he is. So he's kind of talking about it. Your weight affects your balance and speed. And here he says, if you press the communication button and you hear echoes, but no one answers, you're alone. It's only you and the baby BB traveling together. But we have no idea what this BB is. We have no idea what this baby is. And but one thing here, and I'm glad that he's not spoiling this game. I'm glad that he's not spoiling this game. But what he's doing basically here, he is trying to give you a scope and size of just how gigantic the map is in this game. And this is why I always tell people you shouldn't rush through this game. When this game comes out this holiday season, this November, take your time. Take your time playing this game. Don't rush through it. I don't understand why people want to rush through the game. I mean, you shouldn't rush through it. You should take your time. You should enjoy it. You should try, because if you take your time, you're gonna appreciate. It's like reading a book slowly, not finishing it really fast. So if you go through it really, really slow, I think the experience is going to be much, much better. And here you can also see that there are certain barriers from where you can't go until you unlock it, where it's forbidden. Now let's go back to my theories. And I know a lot of you guys have a question about my theories, about what's really going on. What is the bridges, and what happened to the United States? Obviously, something happened, to the United States, and he was somehow connected to President, Madame Lady, because he was the President Lady that was the president, till the whole thing hit the haywire. And why is it that we have this organization called the Bridges? Are we communicating with the off-worlds? Something different dimensions, different entities? Did the different entities hacked into our reality and are able to mimic our reality and manipulate our reality? Is that possible? Did that happen? If that happens, well, that's a bad day for everybody, okay? If you have other entities who have definitely evil, sinister look into things, they probably are going to manipulate everything we do here, and that's not good for everyone. But I don't know. Like that's the great thing about Death Stranding, is that I don't know, and you're going to find out as you play, And that's the beauty of anticipation of this game, is that it's better if you don't know. It's better if you figure out yourself. If you play the game multiple times, it's only going to add to a replay value. Okay. Just look at gigantic size of this thing, and look at the Decima engine, how beautiful it looks. You guys have to remember, this is a compressed video, MP4 compressed video, so you are really not seeing the full potential of how this is going to look on your 4K OLED or your QLED or your Vizio quantum television, you're not truly getting a that appreciation of what this game will look. When you see this November, when you uh, boot up this game, when you start playing this game in November, you're gonna forget about these videos. You're gonna go, oh, well, forget these videos because these videos are compressed. You're losing the detail. You're using every niche pixel because it's compressed. The bit rate's very, very mediocre. Okay, so you're not experiencing the full potential of how this game really looks. But when you see it for the first time, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be blown away by how beautiful it looks. Because this is a Decima engine, and this is open world. I mean, look at this. Look at the size, the sheer size of this game, and just how difficult it is to go through some of this terrain. It's not like you got, roads. I don't know if they're roads, but and this is what I like. I like that you have this ladder that you can use, and you can extend the ladder to help you cross and bridge and climb up. By the way, I love how Hideo Kojima is talking. He's just analyzing. He's not really telling you. He's not telling you anything. He's just kind of analyzing, telling you the obvious stuff. And that's the beauty of it, that he's not spoiling this. And kudos to him that he's avoiding the spoilers. Now, here we are to the musician home. There's a sensor pole. So I guess the sensor pole already knows who you are, if you are a friend or a foe. So that way, it detects automatically who it is. Due to these entities, whatever these entities are. Again, a lot of people ask the question, well, what are these entities? What's going on? What happened? Well, what happened, you're going to find out what happened when you play the game. And these preppers, we don't know who these preppers are, but they live underground. And you do things for them. You help them out. You do a certain missions for them, different side missions. And you also can unlock different stuff as well as you finish the side missions. So, the reason Kojima did this video, it's really to give you a sense of scope and size as to how big, how huge, how gigantic this game really is. This is not going to be one of those games you're going to finish like in 18 hours or 20 hours. This is going to be a juggernaut of you're going to put probably 60 plus hours. That's if you probably speed run. If you know what you're doing and you speed running it, that maybe 60 plus hours. But it's going to take you a hell of a lot longer than that, in my opinion. Okay? That's 60 plus hours if you're just non-stop just playing it, like you're not putting it down, like non-stop, day and night, day and night, day and night. But if you take your time, dude, even in January you'll still be playing this, like January, February, you'll still be playing this game, trying to put stuff together. This game will keep you busy till The Last of Us 2 in February, for sure. Oh, that's funny how he puts these characters, and they're like the real life character in real life. Like this guy, musician Mura, he's also a musician in Tokyo, in Japan. I like that he's bringing some of that culture here, like into this game. That's pretty cool. Also, a guy from IGN was also put in here as well. I forgot his name, but he does interviews and stuff. He's in there as well. United States of America, UCA, United Cities of America. So as you can see, something happened to the United States, and now you got just cities united. The states have been totally demolished, so it's just the cities of America, United Cities of America. There has been some controversy, regarding this game, as to like what is this game trying to say and why did they pick United States? Why is it just that this game is set in United States? Well, because let's face it, this is the most powerful country on the planet. So, has the most powerful army, the most powerful technology, has enough technology to wipe out the entire planet, pretty much. And I'm not kidding. I mean, really. So it is the most powerful in the world. So therefore, I understand why Kojima chose and picked specifically, the United States. But what happened to it, what these entities are, how do they interject into our reality? Why are we carrying these babies? What's the purpose of these babies? Is there some sort of energy that these babies have and that these entities are feeding off of these babies? We don't know. I don't know. Only Mr. Hideo Kojima knows. He's the one that's going to actually uh, explain all of this to us once we start playing the game. And I don't think you're going to figure this out the first time you play through this game. I think you're going to figure this out through... Because it took me 4 times, spoilers warning, it took me 4 times to replay Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain to understand that the guy who I was playing was not the real boss, was not the real big boss. It was the reflection of Big Boss, but it was the doctor, the surgeon, that escaped. And the big boss helped him escape. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of playing Hideo Kojima games, is nothing it's kind of handed to you on a silver platter. Nothing it's like explained to you 100%. You have to connect the dots. You have to figure it out for yourself. And that's the beauty about Mr. Kojima down there. That's why I love this guy, this man, respect him so much. He's like a Spielberg of video games. Honestly, there's no one out there, in my opinion, better than him. Period. I mean, what he has done with Metal Gear franchise and what he's doing now with this, and I can't wait for his next project. I don't know if there's going to be a sequel for this. Probably, we'll see. But can't wait to see what his next project's going to be as well. Now, again, he's carrying that baby. He's resting. He does have a little bit of a Ghost Recon here. It's a mixture of everything. It has the Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It has Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. It has all of these little elements, but it's really, deep down, it's really like offspring of Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Because it's going to feel to you like a Phantom Pain, because you have similar user interface, you have similar upgrades that you can upgrade and stuff like that, like you do in a Phantom Pain. However, this is science fiction. It's set in a fictional science fiction world, and it's different from that other fictional world that the Metal Gear it's set on. And it's more bizarre and more twisted and strange story. Now, there was a complaint. People were complaining about this game being a Uber baby, where you're just walking around. It's like a walking simulator. That's not entirely true. There's been video footage, even on a trailer, where they show the main character drive a motorcycle, drive different vehicles. So you can use vehicles. There are vehicles here. But there's instances like here, on this region, you cannot drive a vehicle because of the geography, because of the terrain. Look at this terrain. Where are you going to drive a vehicle here? You have to walk. You have to use the ladder. So here, obviously, on this region, you cannot use a vehicle. You have to use your legs. You have to walk. And you have to use a ladder to climb up these hills and these mountains. Okay, so let me grab a sip of coffee here, guys. And what's so interesting about this 49-minute walkthrough is that Hideo Kojima is not even doing the main missions. He's doing the side missions. And just look and see just how much there is for you to do on this game. how much there is for you to explore. And look at the sheer size, dude. Look at this. Look at that. The river bank there. And look at the sheer size. It's just ridiculous. Now you're delivering the baby. Why are you delivering? Whatever it is that you're delivering. You're not delivering the baby. I'm sorry. You're delivering the some sort of a cargo that you did for the that person. Remember, you went to do a side mission for that individual, and you delivered something for that person. Those people that live underground, they have to live underground. They cannot live above, because if they do, these entities will, will take them away. Will take their soul, I guess, or I don't know. So you made your deliveries. You got the goods, and when you do these deliveries, I guess you let me put myself over here. You get to upgrade your character, and I think this is going to be an important part of this game. Is for you to upgrade your character constantly. And here you can see now the weather's changing. It's getting foggy. It's getting hazy. There's rain. Raindrops are coming down. You can also play music. I purposely, guys, had to mute because if I didn't mute this video would not be eligible for me to be out there for you guys. I wouldn't be able to do this analysis of this 49-minute video. That's cool. So when you walk, it's like a Metal Gear. See, it has the same principle as Metal Gear. You can listen to your favorite music as you're walking. So it does have a little bit of that. You see, he didn't totally forget about Metal Gear when he started making this game. He did bring the Metal Gear element to it, and I congratulate Hideo for doing that. This is kind of like elbowing, the Konami, like, here you go, Konami, eat it up. You know what I mean? Here, take it. So, in Metal Gear Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, and Metal Gear Solid 4, you can listen to the music, the soundtrack to your iPad as you're walking. See, so you have a vehicle. See, you have means of transportation. So, there you go. This is for all of you out there who've been saying, oh, you have no means of transportation, you have no vehicle, da-da-da-da-da. Well, there you have it. Now, you got to infiltrate this base. So you do have a little bit of that stealth Metal Gear. And the items are here for you to collect, to upgrade. See, now he's using a stealth. See, you see what Kojima is doing? Yes, he's making a new IP. This is a new IP. It has nothing to do with Metal Gear. But what he did, he injected some of that same style that he used with Metal Gear that we love. So he didn't totally stay off the Metal Gear formula. And I like that. I like that he didn't stay away from the Metal Gear formula. He really stayed true to the Metal Gear formula. And that's pretty good. It's Metal Gear, but in a different verse. It's like Metal Gear Interverse or something like that. It's like Metal Gear into a different dimension. It's kind of like that. Really. I mean, and that's really what the Death Stranding is, And I'm glad that the user interface is like this, because the user interface, it's very familiar to the Metal Gear. And me, who's a veteran, who've been playing Metal Gear, this is perfect for me because, you see, there's vehicles, guys. See, there's a bunch of vehicles there. And for me, this is a great news because I remember the user interface from all the Metal Gears, including Guns of the Patriots and Phantom Pain. So this is really similar to the Phantom Pain and Guns of the Patriots. But it's really like a Phantom Pain Metal Gear. If you go ahead and play Phantom Pain Metal Gear 5 right now, and you're going to see exactly the same user interface, the same applications of you leveling up your character and stuff like that. Now you can use the vehicle. Here we go. He's going to jump onto it right now. So there you go. It's not a walking Uber baby game. All right, you can use a vehicle just like you can in the Metal Gear Phantom Pain. So, but look at the graphics. Look at the sheer size of the geography and how big the maps are, man. And just look at how many side missions, how many different things you will have to do. Look just how much there is for you to do. Let's say that you don't do, let's say you do a main mission each week. If you do a main mission each week and you just concentrate on the side missions, you'll be playing this game till April, till April, like the end of April. That's how long, like that's how juggernaut and gigantic this game is, you know. And that's why I said to people, I don't know if I'm look at the jump lead that you can make from that that opening right there, that gap. And that's why I said to people, like, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to play Red Dead Redemption 2. Guys, there's so many games. There's so much stuff happening. And I said this yesterday on my live stream. Like, where do you find the time? Especially me, I'm going to be so busy, guys, doing a bunch of tests on xCloud, Google Stadia, etc., etc. I mean, I guess at night, late at night, like is the only time I'll be able to play this. And then Red Dead Redemption 2, I'll have to squeeze in somewhere because Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming in November on the PC, and I have real-time ray tracing. I have NVIDIA RTX. I have AMD Radeon 5700 XT 50th Anniversary Edition. So it's just going to be... I'm going to be so busy. It's going to be... I mean, where, like at night, where am I going to find the time to play this game? Well, at night, I guess. At night is the only time where I'm going to be able to play this game, I guess. So, you know what I mean? So for me personally, it's going to be very difficult to find a time to play this game. You know what I mean? Now, he did edit this video, okay? Because if he had to go from one location to another location walking like this, this video would have been 6 hours, 8 hours. It would take a long time. But look at the graphics. Look at the Decima engine and look at the sheer size of the map of certain regions. Just the certain regions that he's showing us a little bit. He's not even showing us the entire map here, obviously. But look at just the sheer size of this game and how big it is. This might be even bigger than Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. This might be, again, don't quote me on this just yet, but this might be even bigger than Red Dead Redemption 2. You have to remember, Hideo Kojima has been working on this game for quite a long time. Since 2014 or 2015? So 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, about 5 years, 5.5 years, nearly 5.5 to 6 years. He's been working on this game. So he's been working on this game for quite a long time. Okay? That means that he had put a lot of stuff here for us to explore. You can see how you can use certain elements like blood here to customize your gun. This is another great aspect of this game is endless customizations that you can do on this game. Now, what these entities are, I don't know. These The Reapers, I don't know what they are and what they're reaping, what entities these are, and what are they looking for? Are they feeding off of the energy of humans? Or I have no idea, man. It's that's something we're gonna figure out. We're gonna find out. Now they caught him. They grabbed him. Look at the graphics, man. Look at this. This is a catcher. This is the boss you have to fight. He has grabbed you, pulled you into his reality, I guess, and now you have to fight him. I can tell that these bosses will be difficult, and you know when you're playing a Hideo Kojima game, you know, any of you who played Metal Gear franchise games in the past, Hideo Kojima games, you know that the bosses are going to be very difficult. You're going to embark into some very, very difficult bosses to fight here, and but that's what makes Hideo Kojima games relevant. That's what makes him so great, because there's a huge replay value. You know, when you spend the $63 into this game or whatever you buy deluxe edition, you know you're gonna get your money's worth. You know you're gonna have a great time. You know, I got myself a deluxe edition, so can't wait. Also, it's important to point out that this is not just PlayStation 4 exclusive. It's only exclusive for about a year, and after a year passes, then it's going to come to a PC. Now, where on PC is going to be, something tells me that Kojima will put this on the Epic Store. Something tells me Kojima will put this on the Epic Games Store. I just have a feeling it's going to be in the Epic Games Store. But we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't matter where he puts it on the PC. I'll get the PC version regardless of where it goes, you know. I bet look at these graphics, man. I'm just blown away, dude. Like just looking at the graphics, analyzing these graphics, just how beautiful they look. It's just crazy. And then watching Hideo Kojima commentate on it. So there's no spoilers here. There's maybe, you know, I guess there's some, you know, indications of spoilers here and there. Like, okay, this boss here. Now you know you're gonna fight this boss, this creature, whatever this creature is, and it gives you some idea on the scope of the game, but I don't think it spoils that much. Because remember, when we talk about spoilers, we're talking about the storyline. Kojima, it's not really spoiling the story here. There's no spoilers as far as the storyline. What this basically is, he's showing you the sheer size of the map. He's showing you the gameplay and how a character interacts with this world and how he equips the equipment and stuff like that, how he fights the boss, and it's also giving you some idea as to what you can expect when you start playing this game this November. This reminds me of Metal Gear Guns of the Patriots, Metal Gear 4 Guns of the Patriots, where you fight the that wolf, you know, the those three different ladies, those three different chicks, and they all represent different flashbacks of previous characters that you fought in the past. I like how the weather changes. There's dynamic weather, dynamic time. It changes. It you know, and I love that. I love that aspect of this game as well. This is an open world. This is a sandbox open world, but it's just it has combination of Really interesting, twisted storyline, and so much for you to explore. Now, of course, he cut here. He re-edited this to take you to the other location, which is in the mountains. Remember, it's going to take you a long time to go to these locations. You know, he edited this videos. He edited this whole thing so that way you can squeeze it into 49 minutes. But my God, look at the graphics here. And remember what I said earlier. This is compressed. This is MP4 compressed videos. They're 1080p upscaled. They're like compressed 1080p, even worse, upscaled for us here to watch in 4K. But you're not really experiencing what you're seeing here. You are not really experiencing what you're going to experience when you see this in 4K and HDR with a direct native source. So he's charging his batteries here, and why does he need to charge his batteries with this baby here? We don't know. Again, you know, Hideo is not telling us. He's not telling us exactly why he's doing this and what's the reason behind this. Okay. So BB is enjoying it too. That's the baby, BB. There's going to be a lot of interesting things here, you know. And again, that's the exciting thing about Hideo Kojima's games. You always find some interesting hidden Easter eggs, and that's what makes his games so compelling and interesting and very unique. I mean, I still play Metal Gear. I still play Metal Gear games because there's still stuff, even in Guns of the Patriots, that I didn't realize. Like, oh, really? I didn't know you can do this. Oh, I didn't know you can do that. Oh, I didn't know there was an Easter egg here. The replay value on Hideo Kojima games, it's always... it's I haven't seen any other game touch what he has touched here in terms of like the replay value. You know, I would say when you purchase a Hideo Kojima game, you're getting every penny worth it. You're getting every penny worth it. And look at these upgrades. I mean, tons of upgrades here. Now, there was a question. Someone asked me, and I need to answer this question, but look at the graphics here. Look at the Decima engine here. Look what PlayStation 4 Pro can do. This console was released, the upgraded console, PlayStation 4 Pro was released in 2016. And look, 2016 November. And look how much juice this console still has. Look at this juggernaut of a juice that this console still has. Now imagine what PlayStation 5 is going to be able to do. And imagine what Hideo Kojima will be able to squeeze out of PlayStation 5 when it comes out. And there's your vehicle. People say, oh, you don't have a vehicle? Well, there's your vehicle. You can drive the vehicle. There it is. You can use it. Okay? I mean, look at the graphics. And imagine this on your OLED 4K HDR. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's like watching a CGI movie. It's just it's just unbelievable. And you can even, there you go. I know this is compressed MP4, compressed file. Now, let's talk about a frame rate. Guys, this will be at 30 frames per second. Don't expect 60. Okay, you're not going to see 60 FPS. Maybe on a PC, you'll see a 4K 60, depending on your rig. But on a PlayStation 4 Pro, guys, this will be a 30 FPS. 30 frames per second. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with 30 frames per second. A lot of people ask me, are you sure? I mean, I say, yeah. This is not a Call of Duty. This is not, you know, Battlefield. Okay, this is an open world game, adventure, science fiction with a very twisted story. I'm okay with 30 frames per second. It doesn't bother me, guys. But look what I'm getting in return. Look at these beautiful graphics. Look at dynamic weather. Look at dynamic time. Look at the geography here. Look at the huge, gigantic maps that we have here. So, I'm okay. I'm okay with 30 frames per second. Okay. Man, I'll be playing this game. You know what? I'll be playing The Last of Us in February, The Last of Us Chapter 2, and I'm still going to be trying to finish this game. And then I got to prepare for April, which is Cyberpunk. So, dude, where do I have time for... People talk to me about all these other games. Like, dude, where do you think I can find the time? No, you tell me. Am I supposed to pause the time and then go into a different dimension to play this game? Where are you going to find the time to play all these games? You know, you got holidays coming, you got to go visit the families, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to work. Where are you going to find the time? I always tell people, like, where exactly are you going to be able to find the time to play this game, and Chapter 2, Last of Us, and, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 PC, and all these other games, you know, Modern Warfare, and all this other stuff that's coming out, Cyberpunk. Where are you going to find the time? But look at the sheer size of this thing, man. It's just, look at that haze and fog. And you can listen to the music, obviously, as you're traveling, just like in Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain. And this is what I want to say one more thing before this video ends pretty soon. We got maybe 9 minutes left. What I really appreciate what Kojima is doing here is that he didn't stay away from Metal Gear formula. He still kept the Metal Gear formula to, you know, elbow the Konami a little bit. Up yours, Konami. You know, like, screw you. He kept the same concept that the Metal Gear Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain has, and even Guns of the Patriots has. So he kept that same style, except it's in a different world. It's a different storyline with a different character. But he did keep that same feel and gameplay that that we saw in his Metal Gear games, and I like that. I like that he did that, man. You know, and I appreciate that he did that. I appreciate that he took this new IP and took some of the Metal Gear elements with him and brought it here into Death Stranding, and I applaud him for doing that. As a long time, believe me, I'm the hardcore fan of Hideo Kojima. So for me, this is like being in heaven. You know, playing this game for me in November. The Christmas comes early in November for me. Okay. And if you don't hear from me from November 8th till after Thanksgiving or maybe December, that means I'm stuck with this game. But look at the sheer size, man. Look at this. Again, don't judge the graphics of this game with this compressed MP4 video. Please, guys, be realistic. Don't judge the graphics of... You're not even seeing 4K. You're not even seeing HDR. You're not even seeing direct capture bitrate of what this game will do. Once you see this, once you experience this on your 4K HDR television via your PlayStation 4 Pro, your jaws will drop. You're gonna be blown away by what you are witnessing, by what you are seeing. Okay. And you can run as much as you like. Look at that. And you have to deliver the cargo. Just look how many side missions you got to do just before you embark into a main mission. This is just you delivering the cargoes. Okay. It's crazy. Now you're back to the base, and from the base here, you can customize your character. You can unlock different upgrades, just like in the previous Metal Gear games. Look, man, guys, I'm super excited about this. Well, there's your analysis. You guys asked me to do this analysis, and look, man, I can't wait to play this. This is going to be a huge hit. 10 out of 10 easily. 10 out of 10 masterpiece. It's going to be a masterpiece. and I really can't wait to play this, man. I'm so excited. You know, whatever Hideo Kojima does next, dude, I'll play it. I don't care, because I'm like a true Hideo Kojima fan, dude. Guys, I'm the true Hideo Kojima fan. Colonel, I can't believe this. All right, Colonel, Hideo Kojima is here. I am getting requests. I might do this for Thanksgiving because of a holiday. Some people have asked me, is it possible for you to maybe do a live stream with like an accurate, Solid Snake, David Hayter voiceover? And the answer is yes, I'll probably do something like that for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, for holidays. I'll do that because some of you really, but it will be an accurate 10 years ago, Hudson River, Naomi. You know, it's going to be like an accurate Snake voice I'm going to use to kind of honor the Metal Gear. So I'll do that. Okay? For you guys, because you guys asked me about it on the forums. If you could do that for this game. And I'll probably do that for you guys on Thanksgiving or something. Like a Black Friday, something like that. Naomi, who are the bridges? In the distribution center, you have a private room where you can use the toilet and get some sleep. Without that, you could use a hot spring bath or make a blast, or whatever it is. I cannot read it. Hold on, I cannot read it. But if you get a full night's sleep, here you will fully recover. Thank you. They'll take your blood here because it's special. It is special. Snake blood. And now you can awake. From here it's a bit of a speculum mode, which I like to go into in Saturday session. This is a private room in a Port Knot City. There's a lot to do here. And the wash basin and so on, but I'll show you on Saturday. You can play with a Norman here. There's how shower over there, and it's giving us a wink. Let's head to the shower. Obviously, you're not going to see the shower, so. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching this video, this analysis with me. You asked for it, I delivered it. Well, there you have it. Can't wait to play this game, and awesome, man. Like, this guy's a genius. I love Hideo Kojima. The guy is truly a genius, and I can't wait to play this, man. I'm super excited to play this game, and there's so much here. Let me tell you guys, there's tons of messages here. There's tons of stuff in Hideo Kojima game, and it's gonna be a masterpiece. It's gonna be a masterpiece. So enjoy it. Come November 8th, and I'll see you guys pretty soon. Take care. Cheers. Have a good one, though.